Marcus Minucius Felix, Octavius, Episode 4. Crateres, unam mentem in duobus fuisse devisam, sic solus in amordibus conscius, ipse socius in erroribus. Felix is continuing to speak of how close he was in his affection and friendship with his deceased friend Octavius. He says, Crateres, you would think, and this is how Romans typically express a generalization. In English we say one, i.e. one thinks, one says, etc., but Romans would use the second person singular. Latin uses the second person singular. You would believe, you would think that, and crateres, which I am taking as a potential subjunctive, that is an independent subjunctive. It's a past potential subjunctive because it is an imperfect tense, crateres. It introduces oratio obliqua, indirect statement. You would think that, the subject of which is the accusative mentem, the verb of which is fuisse in the infinitive, and then fuisse has a predicate, devisam. So we would say, you would think that one mind, unam mentem, had been divided, fuisse devisam, or had been split in two, in duobus. So mentem is the subject of fuisse. It is modified by unam, and devisam is the predicate. Devisam is from the verb divido, dividere, which is third conjugation. The fourth principal part, devisus. I translated it as you would think that one mind had been. And the reason is that the infinitive fuisse here is a perfect infinitive. As a perfect infinitive, it shows time prior to the main verb on which it depends. Since the main verb is itself a past tense, then the time of fuisse has to be prior to that past tense, and thus in English we would say had, in English pluperfect. You would think, you would believe that one mind had been divided in two. In this way, seek, he only, solus, and here we don't have a verb, but we can easily supply est. He alone, in my affections, in my loves, was a conscius, he was an intimate. That is, he knew all about my affections and my friendships in amoribus. He was conscius. He himself was an ally, socius, in my errors and mistakes. Conscius corresponds to socius, in amoribus corresponds to in erroribus. And the symmetry can be very easily seen in these clauses. Solus corresponds to ipse, conscius to socius, in amoribus, in erroribus. And here we have a coin featuring the god Janus, the famous two-faced, two-headed god, which is an image of intimacy and friendship.